Yes, it's the intro.
They don't know what they in for. If it coming like this on the intro, what they here for? If they want the heat, you know who to send for your info. Buy my money like Venmo. If this music don't work out, and all to get it from my ends low. How you feel though? Cause hey, they can't rock with us. Galaxy ain't no stopping us. They ain't try to steal my style. I'm feeling like I just shot for. Can't trust them cause they not my. Cause we worried about getting figures. All my ain't father figures.
Stop it. My day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it, but it ain't just me. When you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. It's the whole team, sharing with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this.
My God, oh God, this is son of God level. The sun, the sky, you can see the vibe. We ride the high, always on a high level. So open up your eyes better. Why these tell me? You can join the journey, you is worthy. Just allow me, no. Kicking down your door. Bloodsuckers that see this industry is filled with shit. People that pretend to be something that they would never be. Oh my, I just need some little old peace of mind. The sons of kings, the ghouls, the gods. The moon, the light, the fools, the fogs. My God, oh God, this is son of God level. The sun, the sky, you can see the vibe. We ride the high, always on a high level. So open up your eyes, baby. I can never be controlled.
Choose the team you want to start your franchise. Continue ahead to begin your franchise.
Let them see it. I'm the first to say it. Now it's time you just believe it. I got too many fakes, made lots of foes. These people cold. Talk down your dreams because they know they can't come close. Don't check no hands, just to your friends. I walk alone. I see both sides of all the titles you need.
View your team save snapshots or follow the.
But I ain't like the others no more. God, I'm learning lessons as I go. The only way she child. Tell the devil there's a door. Praying God is only trying to test me for the glory.
My God, oh God, this is Son of God level. The sun, the sky, you can see the vibe. We ride the high, always on the high level. So open up your eyes, better.
Quickly review the league's top performers and the current week's.
Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday.
This is the player card. Here are a player's motivations. How will your team?
Jersey on my chest, that's a team that I rep. Came in as a rookie, now I'm balling like a vet. If you talking crazy, better say it with your chest. Hit him with the right, then I hit him with the left. Ooh, ooh. Then the juke move, Heisman, stiff arm, lights out, you snooze. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. It is not a game, it is not a game. Banging on your chest when I come through the pain. Never been about the money or the fame. But when it bring both, so here we go again. Wins on the road, yeah, I got those. Couple records that I hold, yeah, I got those. It's the playoffs, the team just got home. We ain't going outside when it matter most. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic.
I told my boys it ain't no limits. Told all my dogs it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game.
I'm whipping the truck out with messed up suspension. I drove it so fast that I blew out the engine. I kept it too real ever since the beginning. I play offensive D, I might switch my position. Lil' mama was thirsty, so I had to quench. I'ma drive real fast cause you know I shoot quick. Just like traffic Kelsey, I be having emotions. Just like a lamb, man, you know I'm exploding. My heart cold, bad, I ain't got emotions. I'm going hard, yeah, you know I'm devoted. We running streets, yeah, you know we control it. She love the kids, she be busting it over. I'm quarterbacking like I'm Kyler Murray. Trying to win, I'm up at practice early. Going crazy, I just real Jersey. It's the first half and we done dropped 30. We just up to scoring them, boy, man.
I told my boys it ain't no limits. Told all my dogs it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game.
Money on my mind, head in the game. It's like I scored again, diamonds on them dance. I can hear the music playing with them bands. Crowd going wild, dived in the fans. I'm locking in on a mission, I turn on my vision. You young and she get like me. I got your shorty, she with me. I gave her a jersey, I told her to join my team. It's best you go where it's safe. You know how I play. I get to a sack like Frank. You can teach money to fly. I turn it at hop. I catch it and go to the bank. It's crazy.
Today, from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, it's week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Taken in at the 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And here comes the winner of the last 2 NFL MVP awards, Aaron Rodgers, as he brings his Packers out for their first series of the game. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. But not the graphic that this fan base wants to see week 1, Charles. They were hoping to see key acquisitions, some bright spots. Instead, we're talking about injuries, preseason injuries that have guys missing here in this one.
And even in today's football, where everyone does their best to try and have their starters ready for week 1, guys still have to practice. They still have to train, and injuries do crop up. You're exactly right about that, though, Brandon. None of the people supporting this team wanted to see that graphic on the screen at the start of this game.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Rodgers' throw finds its target, Dobbs. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Stop made there by Brian Asamoah. The Vikings here hosting Green Bay in the season opener, and they've got one of those quirks in the schedule that is going to work in their favor. They play all 3 of their division home games in the first 5 weeks of the year. After Green Bay today, they'll host Detroit in week 3 and then Chicago in week 5. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. An inside give to Jones. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air. And that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. With such a costly interception, nearly a pick 6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
They give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it, incomplete. So now on 4th down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. The kick by Crosby is good, and the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a 1st and goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. Their 2nd drive here of the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Play fake. Cousins. Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Charles, he was looking for just a short throw, kept it in range for the rare linebacker pick 6.
And give him full credit for his focus. He just kept the quarterback in his sights, and where he was looking to throw, he positioned himself perfectly to be there for the interception. He made the play of the game for his defense right there.
So an early 10-0 lead for him now as they kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The road ahead a little bit more difficult now after that pick 6. So dealing with this deficit here, we'll see if he can try to make amends on this drive. 1st and 10. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Preston Smith comes in for the sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Cousins. He's got Smith here. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Cousins on 3rd and 2. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
On play action, Rodgers. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. It had been a near-perfect beginning to this football game. Already a double-digit lead 1st quarter, but their first misstep.
And you know how it is, partner. Sometimes when everything's going right, you start to feel like you can do just about anything you want on the field. This one didn't work out. If I were him, I'd go to my defensive captain and say, pick me up, my man. Help me out.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Cousins now. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Cousins. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack. After the sack on 1st down, Cousins open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Complete. Smith has it. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 17-yard line. Back to the ground, Cook. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Here's Cook again. And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And his kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. Here's Pat O'Donnell on now to punt it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Cousins. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. 3rd and long for Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. Jordan Berry out to punt on 4th down. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked by the linebacker, Brian Asamoah. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
Play action now. Cousins rolling to his left. And that is incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. And he will have the Vikings first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Cousins. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. 2nd and 5. Here's Cousins. Goes right back to Smith again. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
First down, Irv Smith and partner. It just feels like this is his year because you remember him as a second rounder in 2019, and he had to share the starting job at tight end in his first 2 seasons. After almost 700 yards and 7 touchdowns, the job is truly his here in Minnesota.
Big Kenny Clark that time pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Throwing, Cousins. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. The offense on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Now Sam Sloman is on. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is right through. And that'll bring him back within 4. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And meanwhile, Rodgers' throw into the hands of Cobb. Big gain of 5. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Up the middle, Jones. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. 47 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him. On 2nd down, it's Jones.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
He wants it all for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. We'll remind you that coming up tonight, the first Sunday nighter of the new season. And how about this for a matchup? The Buccaneers and the Cowboys from Dallas, 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday night, just one game here in Week 1 this year. And it'll pit the Broncos and Seahawks as Russell Wilson makes his Bronco debut. And, of course, where is it? Seattle. Coincidence? We'll let you decide. So the completion good for 7 there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Now Cousins. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Cousins in step with Jefferson that time. 1st down Vikings. Up the middle, it's Cook. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Off the play fake, Cousins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Cousins. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones to about the 40-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Rodgers now to throw. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. And Charles, we take a peek there at the recent draft class, and it's definitely a year where they had a chance to greatly improve this team.
And you've got to take advantage when you have this type of an opportunity. 2 first-round picks, you better scout them well and hit on those selections.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Cousins. Packer pressure, and down he goes.
A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st.
On 3rd down, Cousins. It's caught, Smith.
And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. To throw, Cousins.
To Jefferson on the slant. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Cousins to throw it. Flushed out, and the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And that will keep this a 4-point game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 2nd and 5 now. Rodgers. Throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. On play action, now Rodgers. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 1st half. To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And he's brought down. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final time. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Packers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And the Vikings going to take over here one more time before the half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. A 1st down throw for Cousins. And this one complete to Smith. And he
gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season, so let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago, where it was the Bears who pick up the victory at home. David Montgomery, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, let's get over to Arizona to check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And they trail the visiting Chiefs in that one. Patrick Mahomes killing it. 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And they were winners as they defeat the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Jared Goff, terrific in the air with over 400 passing yards.
It looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. Wilson's got it complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. They'll drop to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Smith.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Cousins gives way to Cook, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
2nd down, they go right back to Cook.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. He'll look to throw. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down.
Rashawn Gary in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away.
This is fielded at the 7. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 75 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket, no. Here comes the flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. Rodgers going to throw. Steps up, and this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot, because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Packers pick it up.
On the move past the 40. Still going inside the 20.
And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
From just shy of midfield, Cousins got his man complete over the middle. That's Davidson. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st. They'll set up a throw.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 23 yards, the final tally. Play fake, Cousins. Over the middle, complete. That's Smith.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw again.
And the 3rd interception thrown by Cousins.
Rasul Douglas picks it.
And the Packers will take over here at their own 14-yard line. So this defense, Charles, quite a performance. Not working on a shutout, but they have still yet to give up a touchdown as they come up with the interception there.
Well, we've seen this from them before, because you can move the ball on them through the middle of the field. But once you get into the red zone, that's where they really clamp down. They come up with the interception there, but you know about this crew. They're playing modern defense, taking care of the red zone 3rd downs and getting after the quarterback.
Try to drop one in, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Aaron Jones, that time. And that'll make it 3rd down.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
From the 35 on second down, Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. He's got it inside the 10. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 57 yards. Now a first down carry by Jones. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. One back in the game. That's Jones, second and goal. He's going to get it again. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about two straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. The kick by Crosby is good, and that stretches this lead to 20-8. Well, they got the turnover and were able to drive it down, Charles, but ultimately in the end, the defense holds up, and they only come away with the 3 points.
Yeah, they gave up a lot of ground, but when they had to, they settled in and prevented the interception from leading to 6 points. Because you never want to see turnovers turn into any type of points against you, but better to give up 3 than 6.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. This was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the Packers, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll...
I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible.
The players on your team earned XP. Quickly upgrade your team at the end of each game.
Make the world mine cause I want to. I pull the sword out the border, walk a floor full of cobras. Go to war with you all, we can brawl toe to toe. I can tighten loops in my lace and make lightning lose. In a race I make fire cool and come back from the triangle. And